How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today is the first reaction video, and I think we should start off with a tough one. The vegan teacher. This is one of her latest videos. Why veganism makes sense. I eat meat. I'm a chubby guy, so I'm gonna try not to get too annoyed though.
Why veganism makes sense. Imagine you're walking through a field and suddenly someone says, wait a minute, animals accidentally die when crops are harvested. So why should we be vegan? At first, that might sound like a good argument, but let's think about it carefully.
Yeah.
Because there's something most people don't realize. The animals that people eat don't appear out of thin air.
Correct.
They have to be fed.
Yes.
And what are they fed?
Crops.
Crops. Lots and lots of crops.
Yeah.
Cows eat crops. Pigs eat crops. Chickens eat crops.
We all know they eat crops.
The animals people eat are fed enormous amounts of plants
Why is she
before
writing?
they are slaughtered. So this brings us to an important scientific principle called the second law of thermodynamics. Don't worry.
I'm not worrying.
Than it sounds. The law
You
tells
don't.
us that every time energy is transferred, some of that energy is lost.
Not true. We're gonna carefully dissect why that's not true. Matter, what everything is made of, cannot be created or destroyed. It comes from somewhere, it goes somewhere. When a house burns down, it turns to ash. Yeah? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I'm religious, so I'm not gonna but I don't let that cloud my beliefs on science. I believe in both in certain aspects. Matter isn't created nor destroyed. When you burn down a house, you get ash. Yeah? That makes sense. Because it doesn't just burn to nothing, it burns to ash. The energy goes somewhere, the heat goes somewhere, it goes into the ash. And then the heat cools down because there's no more energy left. And then bada bing, bada boom, there you go. Got you some ash. That's how I'm trying to make it sound simple. Matter isn't created or destroyed, the energy goes somewhere.
Think about a flashlight.
Okay.
Not all the battery power becomes light.
Yeah, some of it becomes heat. Yeah, obviously.
Some becomes heat. Energy is always lost.
Right, no, so the energy wasn't lost, it just became something else other than the light. It wasn't lost, it was just turned into heat instead of light, because it needs to, because the electrics in that make the light go on, the electrons, I think that's what they're called, they generate heat when they spark together. Therefore, because as they're going through, this is how my science teacher is. You imagine it's like them rubbing together. That's how they generate the light and the heat. That's why light bulbs get hot. That's why fire gets hot. It's because it's all the particles are mixing up and getting energy, which is making them go faster and faster. That's why fires get hotter and bigger and brighter.
Along the way.
It's not lost, it's just turned into something else. Some of it becomes heat, some of it becomes light. Is how it works.
The same thing happens when crops are fed to animals. The plants contain energy.
Yes.
The animal uses most of that energy just to stay alive.
So do you. When you're eating your crops, when you're eating your bread, a lot of that goes when you're eating whatever you're eating. I don't know what vegans eat. When you're eating your plant-based beef, whatever you're eating, it all goes to somewhere. It doesn't just vanish. It lets you breathe, keeps your muscles, gives you muscles, energy. It all does something. Keeps you healthy,
To breathe, to move, to keep warm, to grow bones, organs, skin, and waste products.
Yes. all true. See what I mean? How matter doesn't get destroyed? It all goes somewhere. It doesn't just vanish.
Only a small amount becomes meat.
True. But I'm going to take it with a pinch of salt.
This means you need far more crops to produce animal products than you would need if people simply ate plants directly.
No, because firstly, you'd need to eat a lot more plants than you would meat. I could have a steak that could last me throughout the day. If I really wanted to, a steak could last me one day. I wouldn't need any more food. You would need to keep munching on your bread or whatever you're eating, and you just need to keep eating it because it doesn't give you as much nutrition. I think God made us, so I'm going to bring both analogies into that we were adapted and that we were created, so I don't offend anyone. We adapted to eat meat. That's why we have teeth at the back of our mouths designed to chewing meat. That rip meat. That they're really good for chewing meat, basically. There's no other way to say it. And so we are adapted to eat meat, and we're adapted to the vitamins and the energy that we get from that meat. Yes, that makes sense. So, when you go and eat plants, you need more of the plants because our bodies, we can eat plants. That's why our front four teeth are for. They're flat, and that helps chew plants. You see this in a bunch of animals that are herbivores. They all have flat teeth. So that's what our flat teeth are for. But we are mainly animal eaters. I don't like saying it like that. What is it? We are omnivores, but we're mostly carnivores. Meaning we mostly eat meat, but we can eat both if we wanted to. But you need more plants. Yeah, that makes sense.
Far more land. It takes far more water.
No, because the thing is, one cow could feed a whole house, could feed many houses, I think. You get that much meat off them. But one bit of wheat couldn't feed a whole house, let alone multiple houses like a cow can. See where I'm going with this? It takes more land to make. I'm not saying we should stop making crops. Crops are great. I love bread. I can't have bacon sandwiches without bread, so keep making crops. But you get where I'm going with this.
Far more resources.
No, because if everyone only ate plants, then we would need to artificially insert the. My key's in weird. I'll fix that later. We'd artificially have to put the vitamins and all the things that meat gives us that only are in meat, and we'd need calcium because vegans don't drink milk. We'd need all that stuff. Calcium helps our teeth. It helps our bones. You know, all the boring stuff. But we'd have to artificially put that in, and that would take more resources than just feeding the animals that adapted to eating the crops, and then we eat them like we adapted to. And we adapted to eat them better by making it faster and more humane by killing them in a more gentle way than a lion would. Because a lion would rip them apart while they're still alive and they'll die very painfully. We do asleep with electric shock, slice their throat, and it's all they're asleep during the whole thing. They don't feel a thing. It's great. There are some people, butchers, who do it in a mean and hurtful way to the animals, and I think they should be arrested. Personally, I think they should go to jail or face some consequence for hurting the animal like that, but not doing it in a humane way. Let's just carry on. I'm ranting.
And yes, far more crop harvesting.
No, because you see, there's 8 billion people on this planet. If we wanted to give everyone crops, we'd need to make the whole of my country, the UK, a fucking farm. Twat. No offence. When I say those things, I don't mean it in a malicious way.
If someone truly cares about accidental deaths during harvesting, the solution is not to feed crops to animals first. The solution is to eat the crops directly.
Right, so the problem with that is, I've said this, we need to put the vitamins and things into the plants. That'll cost tens to hundreds of thousands. We also need to get more harvests, make it faster. We need to make the harvesting a lot faster, because we have a lot of people on this planet, bear in mind. So we'd have to make that a lot faster. Yeah, we'd have to make it a lot faster. So, because you're saying don't eat meat, what you're saying is increase tax, when the state of the economy, especially in the UK, I don't know how it is anywhere else, but especially in the UK, the crisis of homes and like being so expensive, and more mortgages, I can't say it, more to, I'm not, you know what I mean, it's expensive, and taxes are expensive. You want that to increase.
Because every step in the chain multiplies the amount of crops required.
Let me just make a quick Google search. Amount of, what is it called? Amount of animals in farms. 80 billion. What takes more crops? Feeding all the animals or the entire human race? Oh, by 36. So she is right that it takes 36. Oh no, this because of currently what's being done. If we were all to swap to vegan, what would it be? Oh wait, so she has got quite a lot of facts. 75% reduction in agricultural land. Alright. So I am wrong, but you know, I made some valid points, so you know, I'm happy with that.
Eating plants directly means fewer crops, fewer fields, less land, less environmental damage.
I'll let everything slide except the environmental damage, because the factories are going to need to be built in order to artificially put vitamins into the crops that we only get from meat. I'm just going to say that. I need to get one last shot in, because I was wrong on the rest of it. Except for matter. Matter doesn't go away.
And fewer accidental
Or
deaths
doesn't
overall.
become.
This is why the argument actually supports veganism, not the opposite.
You can make a few valid points and not be correct. Like, you've made quite a lot of videos on Hitler and saying how we're just as bad as him. I don't think that's true at all, and I think you know it's not true. I think you're just doing it to get attention, though. See where I'm coming from this? So basically, what I see is you're coming at everyone else saying we're like Hitler, which isn't true. It's not true. Like, it's not a Holocaust if they don't feel anything most of the time, except for the one arrogant arsehole who makes them in pain.
Now let's talk about breeding.
Oh
Many people
no.
hear the word breeding and never stop to think about what it means.
I'm aware of what it
Breeding
means.
means deliberately bringing individuals into existence because someone wants to use them. A farmer breeds cows because he wants milk.
Was your dog bred into existence? I don't know if your dog's still in the picture. I'm just gonna assume it is. Bella. Your dog must have been bred and you must have bought her. Which means you're enslaving an animal. That's not very vegan, is it? You're enslaving a dog. Why is it that you can enslave a dog, but you can't enslave a pig? See where I'm going with this? You can trap your dog inside your house. I just know what I'm thinking. I'm using her logic, by the way. I have a dog. Love him. And I'd not enslave him. But you know what I mean. I'm using her logic. You bought a dog. Whenever you go outside, you're on a leash, so they can't run away if they wanted to. You're forcefully putting your dog in your care when he wouldn't stay with you if he had the choice. Now, again, this is not why I think I'm using her logic.
A farmer breeds chickens because she wants eggs. A farmer breeds pigs because someone wants bacon.
So when your dog was bred into existence, it's perfectly fine. Okay.
The animals are not born for their own benefit. They are born because someone plans to profit from them. Think about that. If nobody demanded animal products, billions of animals would not be bred into these.
Well, they wouldn't be bred into systems, but they would be bred in general because, it's just how species fucking work. It's just what everyone does to keep their species alive.
Systems every year. Breeding is the first step. Without breeding, there's no exploitation. Without breeding, there's no slaughterhouse. Without breeding, there's no dairy industry.
If I could just take you out to get a Toby Carvery, just once. If I could you come to the UK, I don't know if you live here, I'm assuming you live in America, because you're still breathing, and that wouldn't happen down here. So, if I could just take you down to a Toby Carvery, your mind would be, instantly changed. Imagine if she actually had a Toby Carvery. I want a Toby Carvery now.
Without breeding, there's no egg industry.
I mean, no, because snakes would eat them all, because that's what snakes do.
The entire system begins with breeding.
That's true. But it's also not true, but it is true. No, I think the entire system began with someone who found a dead animal and was like, oh, let's put this in fire to, give it fuel. And I was like, shit, it tastes pretty nice. It tastes fucking brilliant. We're gonna keep on doing this from now on.
Now, many people say...
That's not actually how it happened, by the way. We were scavengers before. We would follow, lions and predators. And we would just pick up after them. Imagine hyenas. We were pretty much the hyenas 50,000 years ago.
But those animals wouldn't exist otherwise. And that's true.
That's not true. Because they'd be bred into existence. Because it's what species do to keep their species going.
But existence is not automatically a gift.
Yes it is. Being alive. Obviously, I'm not saying being like a pig is anything being like a human. I imagine it's way different. But,
creating someone for the purpose of using them is not kindness.
True, but you keep calling pigs person or animals person, creating a person. If you said creating a pig or an animal, I'd disagree with you. But you're saying a person, which is why I'm forced to agree with you. But I don't agree with you. I agree with what you're... No, I can't even say that. No. You're saying it wrong. You should be saying animals shouldn't be bred into existence. People aren't bred into existence. Not by force, anyways, most of the time.
Imagine creating a being because you want to control them.
Right, so in one of your old TikToks, let me see if I can swap this over to here for a second. Oh, you can see it. Great.
No, nothing, really, just practice.
Now we're just going to go back to this for a couple seconds back.
Someone for the purpose of using them is not kindness.
So, you ran God, you believe in God, you take quotes from the Bible, which I'm going to assume you believe in God. Why did he create us then? Give me a reason. He must have been lonely. He wanted to use us as friends. I'm sorry, God. I do believe in God. But, I have to twist her own words against her, you see. I do apologise. So, he brought us in here to use us for companionship. And he loves us because he was so lonely before. See what I mean? A little bit of rewording and a clip from a couple of years ago, and you can sort of piece together how she's not thinking in her own mind.
Imagine creating a being because you want to control them.
God gave us a list of rules. Yes, we have free will, but he gave us a list of rules. Don't eat the apple. We ate the apple, and he got mad and he punished us. So you are full of shit.
Profit from them and eventually kill them.
God kills us. It's the way he made us. So he made death. Now, obviously, I love God, but sometimes you gotta twist her own words against her.
That's not a favor. That's exploitation.
You're calling God an exploiter? One minute, I gotta Google something. You'll see it. What is the Psalm? The Lord laughs at your wickedness, for he knows your day is coming. But alright, Psalm, I think that's how you say it, Psalm 37:13. The Lord laughs at the wicked, for he knows their day is coming.
The goal should not be to create more victims. The goal should be to stop creating victims. That's what veganism does.
Right, so, when you are being mean to people and rude to people all the time, that's not creating victims. What if someone took what you said to heart and really got upset about it? That could lead to something serious.
Veganism says animals are not products.
I've got nothing to say on that one.
Animals are not property.
So your dog isn't your property. If I could just walk in, pick him up, take him out. If he's not your property, he's not your property. That was cringe. Anyways, so your dog isn't your property. I don't see my dog as my property. I see him as my family. But I own him. If it's a weird thing to say, but
Animals are not machines.
I'm gonna read that when it's done.
Animals are individuals. They can suffer.
True, they can suffer. You're gonna make me suffer in a moment, I assume.
Animals can feel.
Yeah, they can.
They can feel pain.
True.
They can value their own lives.
True.
And they do. And because of that...
No, it's not that they value their own life, it's just survival instinct. To stay alive and not get ripped to shreds by a wolf.
We should leave them alone.
So the red panda, the other pandas that are going extinct, we should just leave them alone? Let them die? That's what you're saying. The dogs that we... What's the word? Fuck, I forgot the word. What's the word for what we did to Wolves slash dogs. Yes, that's it. So the domesticated dogs that we domesticated, we should just leave them. We domesticated them over time. We should just leave them. They would die because they're domesticated.
Some people ask, what if no choice is perfect?
No choice is perfect. That's just the truth. There's not a choice on earth that's perfect.
And they're right. That's a good question. No choice is perfect. Driving causes accidental deaths. Walking causes accidental deaths. Building houses causes accidental deaths. Growing crops causes accidental deaths. No one can avoid all harm. But there's a huge difference between accidentally stepping on someone's foot and deliberately punching them.
Well, yeah, there's a huge difference. If you accidentally step on my foot, I'm going to be like, alright, it's okay, just watch out next time. If you punch me in the face, I'm going to be like, who the fuck do you think you are, dickhead? I feel insulted and she didn't even do anything to me.
Veganism is about avoiding intentional harm whenever possible. It's about refusing to breed animals into existence for human use.
Your dog.
It's about refusing to exploit them.
I've been watching this for 5 minutes. I think I've paused it about 13 times.
We do not need to.
Why?
And today, for most people, we do not need to eat animals.
We adapted to eating animals. It's what's best for our bodies. And that depends what you cook it in, really. But you know.
We can eat plants directly. We can get nutrients.
But you need more plants because then we don't get as much nutrients.
Directly.
And we also don't get the same nutrients.
And stop filtering crops through animals first. The science makes sense, the ethics make sense, the environmental evidence makes sense, and the compassion makes sense.
Now, all that makes sense, the fact that there are specific vitamins in meat that we need that aren't in plants. So if that really idea was really put into production, we'd need to make factories which would make our global warming go up, our taxing go up, our economy go down, and that would be the way of everything, really.
If you want fewer animals harmed, eat plants directly.
So I should go outside and take a bite into my neighbour's bush.
Want fewer crops used, eat plants directly.
So I should go outside and take a bite of the grass on my front garden. I'm running out of ideas for that.
If you want fewer animals bred into the system,
oh, not again! I'm gonna have to think of another thing.
Eat plants directly.
So I should just walk into the woods and bite some nettles, stinging nettles. That's it.
The answer is simple. Stop breeding animals. Stop using animals. Stop killing animals.
The answer is simple. Stop making content. Stop killing content. Stop shitifying content.
Eat plants directly.
Cancel YouTube directly.
That's veganism.
That's what's right for this platform.
Can you become vegan?
Can you stop making videos?
Of course you can.
Of course you can.
Plants have all the protein and nutrients you need to stay healthy.
Not enough of them, though.
So you never need to eat fish, meat, eggs, cheese.
I don't even eat fish often. I just love fishing in general. It's so fun. I understand why people don't like it, but I like it. So, you know. You do what you do. I do what I do. I'm not hurting anyone when I'm fishing, except for the fish. But I put them back most of the time.
Or drink cow's milk ever again. All good people are either vegan.
I do have semi-skimmed, so it's not all cow's milk. Don't think, anyways.
Or trying as hard as possible to be, because good people don't bully animals.
Good people don't bully people.
They save them.
They save them from people who do. That sounds, say at one point of it.
So just remember, veganism isn't a diet. It's a justice movement against the exploitation and utilization of animals.
If you have epilepsy, oh my god, you're gonna die in 2 seconds from all this flashing lights on a phone.
Vegans don't steal from animals. Not their milk, not their eggs, not their fur, not their feathers, not their wool, not their skin, not their honey, not their babies, not their freedom, not their lives.
The way I see it is, it's already on the shelf. I may as well just grab it. It's already in the shop. I may as well just grab it. It's already there. And also it's delicious as well. So, I'm not going to miss out on that. Pork is great. Oh my god. If I had to pick one animal to go on a farm and the rest to get released, I'd pick pigs. Because pork, bacon, sausages, oh my god, I could go on forever.
All new vegans here today. Happy Vegan Declaration Day.
What? Happy Vegan Declaration Day. What do you know what I'm going to say? The first of... I don't know. I was going to... The 1st of September 2026 is the first Meat Declaration Day, if there isn't already one.
Welcome to the right side of history.
Welcome to the shittier side of history. I'm joking. I don't want to offend people.
Thank you for having empathy.
Thank you for wasting my time. Oh, that was rude, I'm sorry. Can I read this now? Move back. Move back. Move back. How far back do I have to move? Oh, so it should be.
People, we do not need to eat animals.
Don't we need to eat animals? Really?
Eat plants directly.
Really?
Get nutrients directly. We can stop filtering crops through animals first.
I mean, we can, but we don't want to.
The ethics make sense. The environmental evidence makes sense. And the compassion makes sense.
Vegans don't steal from animals, not their milk, not their eggs, not their fur, not their feathers, not their wool, not their skin, not their honey, not their babies, not their freedom, not their lives. Animals is wrong. Exploitation is wrong. Vegan, know that. And grilled feels great. Hard. Well, you can do that while I have a very delicious pie. I don't know, what would I have?